Do not assume before knowing the fact. Do not judge someone according to what people say. Try talking to the person directly. Try talking to solving the matter by talking to the concerned person directly instead of just believing the rumors. For instance, at a workplace situation, do not start hating a particular person just because you have heard some rumors or just because your friend is hating that person. Try to know the facts. If you have some sort of work related issues with that person, try to communicate with him. Try knowing this person individually on a personal level before forming any sort of opinion in your mind. Who knows? This new person might turn out to be a good friend of yours, whom you had resented earlier and whom you were hating earlier, but probably after the doubt and understanding his situation by being considerate might actually form a new bond between two people. The next and little crucial barrier is emotions. Well, each individual psychology and perspective is different, and nobody thinks or behaves exactly like another person. Everybody has their own point of view and their unique qualities. Based on their personal experiences and learning, people respond to various situations. Hence, predicting what kind of words might hurt someone's emotions is little difficult. For example, you cannot make fun of someone or you cannot tease somebody before knowing his mindset and before knowing his personality type. Unless you have that comfort level and that sort of friendship or a comfortable relationship with that person, making fun of someone can actually hurt somebody's emotions. A sportive person might take these jokes or the comments in a sportive way or in a positive manner, but a person who is oversensitive might not like the comments or the jokes which are passed on him. That's why it is very much necessary to know a person properly before you pass any sort of comments or before you try to make any kind of fun of them. This may also lead in to barriers of communication. Hence, everybody should be very much empathetic and considerate of others' emotions before communicating with a particular person. The next barrier is language differences. As per the present situation of our globalized world, many countries are uniting together for commercial and business purposes. In such scenario, people who speak different languages have to communicate with each other in order to have better business relationship. And such language differences may cause misunderstandings in the conversation. Since different languages sometimes have the similar word which has different meaning, can create confusion in the communication process. For example, a word which like mug means a coffee mug in English could have a meaning like later in Marathi language. So, having the habit of thinking in your native language while communicating in English may lead to confusion and miscommunication. Also, people living in different countries have different styles and different accents of pronouncing particular words, and thus it leads to confusion a lot of times. For example, in case of hotel industry, there are many foreigner guests who come to stay at different hotels. Communicating with them effectively can be crucial at times as they have a very different accent, and to listen to them carefully is very much important in such scenario. For example, while booking the hotel, if the guest also wants to book his airport transfers to the hotel from the airport, in that case he has to communicate very clearly about the timings, about the pickup point, and the receiver or the receptionist, the representative of the hotel, also should understand what he's trying to say or what message he's trying to give very clearly. In this case, if the hotel representative is little hesitant to talk to the foreigner guest and doesn't understand his accent, then he would be only dependent upon whatever information is being heard by him over the telephonic conversation. Hence, based on this, if he arranges the airport pickup according to his understanding of the conversation, and if the pickup timing is being heard wrongly by the receptionist, then of course this would lead to a blunder. The guest will be not picked up from the airport at the right time, and of course he'll be furious at the hotel staff for not providing him services which he has already booked for. Obviously, he'll call up the hotel and remove his frustration on whoever is going to handle the phone. He might have had a good impression of the hotel in the past, but this particular experience would lead him to think that the hotel does not provide appropriate services and is very careless about his own. Hence, that might affect on the future bookings of this particular guest in the hotel. Not only that, this might also affect on the future bookings of that particular company in the hotel. So this may lead to a major business loss. So this is how a small communication gap or understanding of that particular accent can lead to such a bigger economical loss for the business or the organization. It would also eventually lead to the conflict between the hotel representative who had handled that call and the manager. Well, in such situation, the receiver should always make sure that he gives the feedback of his understanding to the foreigner client after knowing the pickup time. Otherwise, the use of appropriate medium, that is, after the phone call, also putting an email which would confirm the timing and the arrival spot, also eliminate the blunder which might take place in future.